welcome back to my channel. My name is Tina. In today's video, it is going to be a top 2017 beauty favorites, and this one is the eyes. And there's going to be a second part of the eyes just because there's a lot involved in the eyes, which I didn't realize. So let's jump right to it. But before I get started, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and the bell right next to it. That way you can get notifications whenever I upload new videos, which I do a lot of beauty reviews and tutorials, so check them out as well. I would really appreciate it. Alright guys, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about are primers. So eye primers is a basic need, and it is always best to prime your eyes. So the first one that I wanted to talk about is the MAC Prep and Prime. I don't have it with me, I can't find it, but it comes in a black tube, and I really love that MAC Prep and Prime eye primer just because of the fact that it does hold the eyeshadows in place all day long, especially foiled eyeshadows. That's everything that I use for MAC Prep and Prime, so I really love that one. Definitely try it. It is a little bit expensive, but you know, I love it. The second product here is also a primer, and this is the Wonder 2 Prime and Behold primer. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, I did a little demo of this, and I really do love how this one gives out the pigmentation of the eyeshadows, and it does hold everything in place as well. It smoothens out the eye area, so I really enjoy using this. Yes, it is a little bit more on the expensive side, but I mean, it is pretty good. So I don't have a drugstore primer that I haven't tried that I really like. So those are the two that I really enjoy using, that I would highly recommend so far. And the next primer that I want to talk about is the glitter primer from NYX. And yes, I can't find it either, but it comes in a tube with the silver foiled packaging going on. But I love that also. It is a great alternative to the Too Faced glitter primer. I really like that, and I use that a lot. When I have to use glitters on my eyelids, that's the one that I use, so I highly recommend it. It's a little bit more cheaper than the Too Faced also, so I really like it. Alright, moving on to the palettes. I really love digging into my palettes, and I didn't realize how much I have here. So again, like I said, this is going to be a two-part, but I do have some pretty serious palettes in here. So the first palette that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. So this is one of my holy grail palettes of all time. I really love the pigmentation of this palette. This is actually what I'm using on my eyes right now, and the pigmentation, blendability, everything is there, guys. So the matte eyeshadows are great, the shimmery shades are great, the foiled eyeshadows are great. The only thing is that the shimmery shades do have fallout in them, but because they are so buttery and so good, I love every single thing about these eyeshadows. The matte blends so well, and I mean, for the price, I know it is hella expensive, but if you do have the extra money for it, I would definitely try out the Natasha Denona collection. I really love them. The next palette in here that I wanted to recommend is the Modern Renaissance palette, and this is a no fail by any means, no fail in my book. I love how this one is so warm, yet it does have your neutral shades in here. It does have a nice balance of you know, your berries, neutral, everyday shades, and you can definitely still smoke out your lashes and everything in between. So I really like it. The quality of the eyeshadows in this palette is absolutely amazing. There's very little to no fallout with these eyeshadow shades, and they blend really well. There's a lot of matte shades in here that you see, and the shimmery shades are also really nice. They're very rich, very pigmented, so I really like this. The next product that I wanted to talk about is a little bit more on the not high end, not low end, but in the middle part of it. And this is the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I know everyone loves the Jaclyn Hill palette. I know it's kind of dirty, but you get so much in this palette. Like, if you are looking for a palette that you want an everyday, smoky palette, has some jewel tone shades in it, this is definitely the palette for you. As you can see, it has a lot of colors in here. You have your matte shades, you have your shimmery shades, and I really love the fact that she created this for everyone. So you can definitely create a lot of different looks with this palette. So I really love how it includes your shimmery shades, it includes some foiled shadows in here, and also the matte shades are very blendable, very pigmented. So I mean, I don't hate this palette at all by any means. The only thing is that I think this is like 30 something, $38, but for the price you're getting a lot of eyeshadows in here. So this is really good. Also, this is one of the best palettes out there as far as the collaboration goes. I mean, Jaclyn Hill did a really good job with this palette. So if you like metallics, I would recommend the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I did review this not too long ago, but this is what it looks like. So you can see that there's a lot of different shimmery shades in here. I really love this palette because of the fact that even though this is a metallic palette, they still included some matte shades in here. So there's 4 matte shades in here, which is Cocoa Truffle, Decadent, So Bougie, and Rollin' in Dough. So there's still 4 shades in here that are matte shades, and they're very neutral. You can still create a neutral look even though the palette itself is metallic. So you can definitely create a lot of different looks with this. And also the pigmentation on this is absolutely amazing, and it smells like chocolate when you open it. So I mean, what's not to love with this palette? The matte palette that I would recommend is the Just Peachy Matte palette from Too Faced. I mean, come on now, look at the palette in here. It is absolutely gorgeous as far as what you are getting. There is something about the Too Faced matte eyeshadows that just blends like a dream. I don't know what it is, but they blend on your eyelids like no other. And this one is no exception. I feel like the eyeshadows in here are really great. With the Peach Sangria shade, I feel like this one is a little bit off, but every shade in here is great, and it smells like peach, so I really love it. So I mean, I would highly recommend it if you are looking for just a matte palette straight up. So this would be it. For drugstore palette, I would definitely recommend the PEACHY and its Judy Time palette. I did review this on my channel as well, so if you guys have been a subscriber for quite some time, you know that I love this palette. So this is a great everyday neutral palette. I believe this is like $20 at the drugstores, Target specifically, but I love how she created like different warm tone shades in here and different cool tone shades in the bottom, so you get like everything in between. And I love that, you know, the pigmentation on this is actually really good. It blends really nice, and I mean, come on, like look at the shades on this. It's absolutely amazing. So, and it's from the drugstore, so I would definitely recommend it. Another cheaper alternative would be ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. I love these eyeshadow palettes. They come in a smaller pack, but they pack a punch, guys. And this one is the I Think I Love You palette, and everything about this palette is absolutely amazing. They are pigmented, they blend so well. The metallic shades in here are really awesome, and they pack a punch, so I really love them. And you know, guys, like if you wanted to get this look that I have on my eyelids right now, you can actually get it with this one, because I was just looking at this earlier today, and you can use these 2 shades right here and create this look. And I believe this palette is only for $16, so I mean, you don't need to get the Natasha Denona, just get this one if you don't have the money to shell out for. So moving on to the single eyeshadows, my top pick for single eyeshadows would be the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. And I love every single thing about Makeup Geek eyeshadows because you can definitely curate your own palette using their single shadows, and they are absolutely amazing. They're supposed to be a dupe for the MAC eyeshadows, but I mean, you know, MAC has gone down in price as well. So these are $6 a piece, and I really love how, you know, the pigmentation of this, the blendability, and most of their eyeshadow shades are really nice. I love their foiled shadows as well. Those are a little bit more expensive. They're like $10, but as far as I'm concerned, they work really well. They're amazing on the lids, and I love them. Another alternative for that one would be ColourPop single eyeshadows. I love the single eyeshadows from ColourPop. Again, they pack a punch. I believe the single eyeshadows from ColourPop were like $3 or $4 or something like that, but they're a little bit cheaper than Makeup Geek, and they are amazing as well. The blendability, I've never stumbled upon a ColourPop eyeshadow that is a dud. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So these are the Stylist liquid eyeshadows and glitter shadows. So this is what they look like. I love these eyeshadows. They stay on all day. They blend well on the lids, and they are a little bit expensive, but if you have the money to shell out for, again, these are really, really great. Unfortunately, I don't have one from the drugstores. I haven't stumbled upon one yet. I will definitely let you know if I do find one that is a dupe for these eyeshadows. And for eyeshadow pencils, I would definitely recommend the Nude Sticks eye pencil. These are really, really awesome. I love a great shadow stick just because of the fact that they are so easy to use, and you can just like go in and out with it. Like you can just apply it real quick if you're in a hurry, and then it's good to go. You just blend it real quick with your fingers, and you don't need any other tools but your fingers. So I really enjoy using this, and it is a great alternative for the eyeshadows, especially in the morning when you're in a hurry. So this is absolutely amazing. It stays on all day. You can definitely use this as a primer for your eyeshadows as well, so it doesn't move when you're like going out, and you know, if you're going clubbing or if you're going out throughout the day, this would definitely be something that I would definitely recommend. It's the Nude Sticks Magnetic Eye Colors. For my liners, I actually have been using the Highbrow from Benefit, and I use this underneath my eyes to just kind of give me that open eye look, and this one is actually really great. I haven't used anything else from the drugstores, anything at all. This is absolutely amazing, and it works really well for that purpose of it. It stays all day. Now for the black liner, I have been using the MAC liner a lot to tight line my upper lash line, and this one works really well. Now for the brows, you guys know I have been using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is my top pick for the 2017. I love the spoolie at the end, and also that thick liner to kind of make it easy for me to fill my brows, and I really, really love these. A great alternative for that would be the Total Temptation. As you guys know, if you guys have been on my channel for quite some time now, you know that I love these Total Temptations from Maybelline, and again, this is the same concept. It has a thicker tip in it, so it is easy to maneuver and really fill in your brows. And also it has a teeny tiny spoolie at the end, but that does not really bother me as much. And again, this is a great alternative for this one. If you guys are thinking of getting one or the other, definitely try this out first because it's cheaper and it works just like the same. For my mascara, I've actually been using the Wonder Extensions mascara. As you guys know, I did a demo on this as well. As you guys know, you could see the difference between the lashes that I applied this on and my bare lashes. And this really does make a difference as far as really lengthening and giving me a volume. So I really, really love this. It has two different serum in it, the black one and the blue serum. But when you apply it, it disappears into just this black serum, so I really enjoy using that as well. And then another thing that I wanted to mention is the Mally one, the Mally Volumizing Mascara. I love this. I've been using this for years and years and years, and this one is really great for really giving me that volume as well and lengthening. It's not as great as the lash extension from Wonder Brows, but it is a good alternative as well if you can't find the Wonder Brows. And then for the drugstore option, I love the CoverGirl Total Tease, and this one is really great because it has two different sides to it. It has that thinner end side to it to kind of just give me that edge, and I really love how, you know, I can reach all the way to the end using that, and also this side right here, the thicker side, just to give me length and volume as well. It's not as great as these two, but it is great for every day if you guys are, you know, looking for something that is a little bit cheaper than those two. Alright guys, so that is it for the eyes. These are my top pick. These are my favorites for the year of 2017, and there's a lot in here that I mentioned, and I'm pretty sure I did miss some of them, so there is going to be another part of this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys again in my next one. I love you all. Bye!